episode we've just done, I was not expecting to last about 40 minutes. So I said to you, ask your mates to give you some questions. Because I thought, we'll just talk for like 20 minutes. And then it turned into 40 minutes. So I do want to still hear your responses to these questions because they are some really good questions. So, you have recently competed in Miss Great Britain, for those who don't know you and know what you've been doing. Obviously, you are the Cat Henry. And Laura Gentles, who I really do hope to have on the podcast very soon, fingers crossed, she has asked you, what was your most memorable moment of the grand final?
There are two which are really important to me, and I'm going to mention them both because I think they've hugely made an impact on me. My first one was hearing the crowd's reaction to my onstage question. It was a tough question, and I obviously was nervous because I'd never done like an onstage question like that before. But hearing the reaction and the applause and the fact that people seemed to be really receptive to my answer was one of my best moments, most memorable anyway. The second was when I was hearing my name called for top 8, obviously was one of the best moments ever. But hearing my name called, well, actually, hearing the crowd cheer my name before they had announced my place in top 3. So that was like quite overwhelming to hear, like all your friends and family, and even people that probably weren't my friends and family, like, you know, cheering my name. So that was a huge, huge memorable moment.
Aww.
Next.
Was that your two?
Yeah.
Okay. Kerry has asked you, and this is going to be a long one, I think. She's asked, what are your top 3 moments of your pageant journey so far?
Kerry! Top 3 moments of my pageant journey so far. It would be dead easy just to say my 3 biggest accomplishments in terms of.
I mean, you could say those, but I think what she's trying to get from you is like maybe 3 appearances that have really touched you, or maybe, 3, defining moments. I mean, if I were you personally, one of them would be being on the Miss Great Britain stage.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you cut me off. So, yes, it would be easy just for me to say winning my 2 titles and then obviously placing where I did at something like Galaxy or Miss GB were my highlights. But it was actually the smaller things that have made the most impact to me over the 5 years that I've been competing, meeting some of the people that I have in things like, some of the appearances that I've done have really been the most important things to me within my career. Meeting Melody has got to be one of the most important things to date, and unfortunately Melody is no longer with us. Melody is a little girl that was diagnosed with Rett syndrome. We went to go visit her in the hospital, got to know her, and she stole my heart. So yeah, that was definitely something that really had a huge impact on me. More recently, going to a local residential home at Christmas time, and with the House of Pageantry community outreach program, and spending some time with some of the elderly that don't often get to have interactions with people because their families have lives and they don't get to see them as often as they would like to. So it was nice to kind of meet up with all the girls from all around the south and local areas to come together and kind of see if we could cheer up a few people, sing them a few Christmas carols. That has got to be one of the others. And there's been so many. Going to the girl guides, and talking to them about the Yes I Can initiative, and even going on the TV. I've featured in 2 different talk shows, not talk shows, but Good Morning Britain. I went and spoke to them about body image and talking about the most important things that face teenagers and youngsters today. So yeah, I want to make a positive impact to people, and sort of those things are important.
And that leads quite nicely onto a question that your bro from Mother than the Mo Bro from Another Mo has sent, which is, what do you hope that other plus size women can learn from you?
That we are just as worthy and equal as every other woman in society today. I don't believe that somebody's size should be any reason for them not to be worthy of love, respect in this world.
Yeah.
And I hope that other plus women will see me out here shattering ceilings and just saying, you know what, if I can do it, then so can I. Yes, I can.
Yes,
so, yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they will be inspired by my movements.
So, Kaylee has sent in a whole host of questions,
Thank you, Kaylee.
she's always good with these questions, and there are some really good ones. Start from the top. Let's go down.
Are they hard? I feel like Kaylee is going to give me really hard
I think Kaylee is giving you hard questions. I'm not reading them. I want to be shocked. Right. If you were to sum up pageants, what 3 words would you use to describe them?
Liberating.
Yeah.
Empowering.
Mm-hmm.
And hard work.
Fair enough.
Do you want elaborations, or are they self-explanatory?
I think they're all pretty much self-explanatory, to be fair.
Okay, cool.
How did representing underrepresented women on the GB stage feel?
That was my dream. I consider myself to be a voice for the underrepresented. I try to do that by motivating other people and encouraging them. And it means a lot to me to be the voice for the people that don't often get to speak their words.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge responsibility, I think, to be up there breaking stereotypes. There are so many negative stereotypes that surround pageantry as a whole. To be able to get up there and prove that we are strong women with, aspirations, goals, jobs, and, jobs that are really important jobs in society. To be able to get up there not only as, a plus size woman, but also a short woman, also a woman of colour, a woman that wears dentures, a mother, a young mother. I was up there representing people that generally you don't see on the pageant stage. So it's a huge thing for me to be up there and breaking those barriers down.
So do you think that pageants help or hurt how society view women?
That question is twofold. I feel like for the people that don't understand pageantry, it is a hindrance because they feel that it is only there to degrade women or to pit them up against each other, or it's all about the aesthetic. Unfortunately, it's just, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately for us pageant girls, that is not the case. It is far more than that, and that goes back to what I said on stage for my on-stage questions. We as pageant girls have to change the face of what people believe pageantry is about. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it is a hindrance to society in any way, shape or form, because we should be standing together and using our voices to show that actually what we're doing is trying to make a positive change within society. Mm-hmm. And I do think it's important that representation is key, and we are strong women, we are aspirational women, we are women that have conquered our own personal demons, and we've told people that may have told us that we're not worthy, to prove that actually we are worthy and we are capable. So I feel like that is important. We need to be out here and speaking louder, but together.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is really cheeky of Kaylee to ask this one. Can you name all of your predecessors?
What? In which?
I would assume MBBC, because you were the first ever Mick.
Darn it!
And I'm hoping she's not asking you to name every single Miss Great Britain there's ever been, because there's been 75 of them.
I don't think there have been 75. Actually.
But there's been 75 years.
Yes, there are 75 years worth of women that have taken that crown, I'm sure. I hope you're talking about Miss British Beauty Curve. Mm-hmm. So yes, I can. Of course I can. They're my sisters. Rio was the first queen, and then the second 2 queens were Elena and Maya. And
not me.
Not you,
different
Maya. Maya, Lady Maya. Shortly followed them by Emily Blake and Yvonne. Mm-hmm. and I feel like that was the last bit. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 before me.
Wow.
And then me.
And then
and
you.
obviously with Rebecca.
With Rebecca.
Who's my sister queen.
It's the
So yeah,
queen.
I think that's right. And please don't at me if I got that wrong.
I think you've covered all bases with that one. Our lovely dear, gorgeous friend Kim Island.
Mm-hmm.
She's not.
Oh, she's not Kim
She's not
Island.
Island.
She hasn't been Island.
She's
for
not been
a
Island
long
for a very long
time.
time, but
Okay.
she's here as Island on your phone. So
Sorry, Kimmy.
sorry, Kim. We've not changed her name. She's not changed her name on her phone. She says, "This is for your podcast. I'm going to read this out." She says, "Congratulations on placing second runner-up at Miss GB. Me and all your friends were so unbelievably proud of you that night, and we really broke down a lot of the barriers for a lot of women, and it was quite an emotional night. This is a question for you.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Sometimes negative media attention comes about pageantry. What advice would you give to someone on the fence about competing?"
Why do you want me to just repeat what I said on stage?
I think it's a different question. I think she's saying, for those who don't particularly have like a negative view of it, they're like, do I, like, what if I'm just wasting my money, or what if I'm not going to be accepted or something like that? Not the media, like, I don't like pageants because of this. Mm-hmm. It's not that.
It's not the hardcore negative.
Yeah.
I would say try it, and I'm a great believer of, YOLO, and
yes,
you only do live once, and it's, life is too short to care about what other people think. And if you're doing it because you're feeling that you might not be worthy, or you might not be capable, then you have to kind of just step outside of your comfort zone, and you have to try. A very wise friend of mine, Theo, told me once to dive in, and he put some random crab analogy next to it, and we won't go into that.
Honestly, Theo, you need to rethink your analogies, because I love the dive in, but from dive in on, I'm lost.
But it's very much like you have to kind of just jump in head first and go for it. There is, and for the people that, if your question was more, what about the people that haven't made a decision as to whether or not pageantry is a good or a bad thing, I would say to them, come and watch it and see and immerse yourself in it, just for even a small section, because you will see that there is more to it than just the beauty pageant aspect. There's philanthropic work, there is voluntary work, there is charitable fundraising, there is a sisterhood across the whole community, and it's not just within your pageant system, it spans wider than that, and that is very apparent in things like going to watch Galaxy and stuff like that, because women flock to these events because we want to see our sisters. There is so much more to it than just you're being judged on how you look, even down to really what people are scored on in pageantry is depictive of the fact that there is more to it. You're not scored on like how expensive your gown is, you're scored on how well your gown complements your body shape or your type. It's how confident you look in it. Swimsuit has got so much flack over the years because they think it's misogynistic, or that you think that it's overly sexualized, but actually most women find walking on stage in their swimwear liberating and empowering, because you're taking back your power. You're making a statement saying, here I am, just how I am, I'm happy, I'm confident, and all I'm asking you to do is accept me and love me just for who I am. And that's powerful in itself. So
I agree.
That's what I would say to people.
She has also asked, what are your dreams and goals for the future?
Oh Lord. I want to get married.
That's a very nice goal.
That's a goal. I've been with my other half for 18 years. I would very much like to get married one day. I would like to give up my job, my day job, and I would like to do things that makes my heart soar. I want to follow my heart and do a job that I absolutely adore. Obviously my immediate pageantry goal is I am going to not give up on my dream for the title of of Miss Great Britain. I think I would be a very, very strong queen if I was ever given the chance. So I'm going to continue until I achieve that. And, you know, before Ms. Great Britain ever took up place, because I always thought that I had aged out of that category, I have always wanted to be a Galaxy International Queen. So, you know, that crown and, you know, that title, I believe that, you know, Maria knows how much I love that system. So, you know, I'm coming for you, Maria.
Don't at her like that.
But yes, I would love to be, I would be honoured to be an international queen.
I'm going to jump back to one of Kaylee's questions because I did miss it. And I think it's a really, really good question. It's not so pageant related, but if you could change 3 things in the world, what would they be?
I would ask people to judge each other less. I would want people to be more accepting of each other and our differences, and understand that uniqueness isn't something to be feared or judged. It is something to be praised and encouraged. I would love to change the amount of war, and I know it's so hokey. I do. I want world peace, guys. Like, you know.
And I think deep down in every part of not just society, but every pageant girl's heart, we do just want world peace.
I just want people to stop fighting with each other.
And stop killing each other.
Because we are, as a human race, we're ruining it for the children of the future. We need to create a kinder world, and that also stems back to what I've just said about the judgment thing. We need to be less judgmental so that there's enough space in this world for everybody to feel welcome.
And I think that no matter what your race, your religion, your colour, your creed, your sexual orientation, whatever you are and whoever you want to be, we just need to stop judging each other and stop going out to hurt and kill each other, because we can all live peacefully.
Yeah. I mean, the world is big enough for us all to coexist.
Literally.
If we can all just be a bit more tolerant and considerate of each other, and understand that, you know what, no one impression or one opinion is more valid or, you know, important than the others. We all have differences, and you know what, if we all lived and we were all little carbon copies of each other, the world would be a very, very boring place. So let's just celebrate our uniqueness. She asked for 3 things, because I'm pretty sure I've given you 3.
We've gone past that question.
Oh.
But that's all of your questions.
That's all my questions done.
And that was pretty quick.
Way. Awesome.
I know. Is there anything else you think that we could jump a quick 5 minutes on?
Are you ready for Texas?
No, am I ready for Texas? I need to order one of my gowns. I'm like watching my bank account. I'm like, can't got enough money. But yeah, I've got to do a couple of alterations when it gets to it. But other than that, yeah, I'm just like mentally preparing myself. I've got catwalk training coming up. I've got, still got to be honing in my community hours, do all of my paperwork and all my everything. Is what it feels like, to be quite honest with you. But I'm really excited. I've never been to the States before, obviously.
You dipped your toe in.
Yeah, when we went to Canada when I was like 2, we went to Buffalo. I put my baby toe into the US soil. But it's really exciting to be actually going to kind of the home of pageantry, Texas. Yeah, no, I'm not ready.
Not ready.
If anybody wants to help me and just pack for me, I've got to take 2 suitcases to Texas. I don't know how I'm getting my national costume in a suitcase, in a plane, and getting it there in one piece.
Awkward.
No, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. So yeah, you're going to see me out and about.
Fingers crossed. No, I'm kidding.
No, we will. I'm coming to Texas.
Yeah, you're coming to Texas with me.
Texas. Not with you. I'm coming to support you, so I'm only going out for 4 days.
Well, I'm out there for the week and a bit.
But this red sash
is coming everywhere with us.
It's pretty red sash, excuse me.
Lovely.
This pretty red sash, which I think I need to Scotch guard, because
we should get on it.
I'm sure this will wear away. I'm going to make this sash just as dirty as I made.
You're going to make it just a red sash, like it's not going to have any writing on it. It's just a red sash.
One thing that, former runners up within Miss GB have never really done, and it's one of the biggest things that I'm an advocate for within Miss British Beauty Curve and Miss International Curve, is if you're a runner up or you place within Royal Court, or even top 5, top 8, if you have a title, you should be incredibly proud of that title, or you're placing wherever that is. So I am incredibly proud of my second runner-up place, and I will be wearing this red sash to every appearance that I go to until Gemma and Kate open reapplications, and then I'm going to apply again, and hopefully they'll give me the option to go round again, because I then will replace my red sash with a brand new white sash.
White and red sash.
White and red sash? White and blue sash.
Is it white and blue? Is the white and blue? Oh, it's blue on it.
The runner-up, the contestant
finals,
sash.
yeah, the finals sash. I thought it was red. I don't know why.
No, it's blue.
Oh, of course.
So yes, if I get the option to go around again, fingers crossed, the red one will eventually be saved, and then we can replace it with a brand new white sash.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice, but I need a sponsor.
So guys, if you want to sponsor Kat Henry to be your next Miss Great Britain, hit her up. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much for. We've been doing this for about 2 hours now, and it's good to actually sit down and I want to sleep. It's been a long day. I do love sitting and having a chat with you, and I'm really, really, really lucky to actually have you on as a co-host now, because I know that you know a lot more. Well, obviously you know more people than I do, but you have a lot of people that have really inspiring stories, and I do want to get them on and hear what they have to say. Yeah,
I'm really excited. If there is anybody out there who is interested in sharing their Yes I Can story, or just the story about how they've overcome adversity in to achieve some form of success in whatever you've done, and I'm not talking about just pageant girls, I'm talking about everybody, men, women, all different races, shapes, sizes, ages, abilities. Please, if you have a success story or you have an inspiring story, the Inspired podcast is the place for you. Like, you need to please reach out to me or Maya, and we will get you on this podcast, because I want to share those stories.
I agree.
In the hopes that maybe somebody else will listen to it, take from it something inspiring, and then move on with it. Just a little, like, it's not a name drop, but a little shout out to a video that I've shared on my Facebook wall, which is, it looks like she's in her cap and gown, so it might be like a university,
like a
graduate talk. But Deshauna Barber,
like a valedictorian.
Yeah, I don't know if she was a valedictorian, but
she probably was if she was sat there cap and gown having a speech. Yeah,
so Deshauna Barber, who is a former Miss USA, she did a very, very inspiring speech, which proves that hard work and resilience and determination
does pay off.
Even though she competed for, I think it was her 7th time or 6th or 7th time before she took home the title of I'm not even going to try and remember what her state was, but anyway, before she took home her state title, and then obviously went on to win the bigger title. So yes, resilience is key. Keep working hard, keep going back, and never give up. Like, please, that has to be. Defeat is a horrible thing, and please, I understand. I've literally worked my backside off for the last 10 months for a title which I never ever thought that I would be worthy of, but I wanted it. And of course I would be remiss to say that I'm not disappointed in my own self because I didn't take home the crown, but you know what, 3rd place feels a hell of a lot like winning, and I'm proud of my achievements. So please never give up on your dreams, never ever stop working hard, and never ever feel like you've given it your best and you can't get any more, or you can't elevate anymore. We can all grow. You can all look back at what we've done and find a way to elevate on that or improve on that. So please never give up and say, I gave it my best shot. Go again, go around again, do it again. Because regret, just like Shauna said, regret is the worst thing.
I agree. I think this is a very good time to end it, seeing as we've just lost camera 2.
Camera 2 is not my friend today.
We're going to need to get camera 2 as a phone.
Yes, definitely.
So, because my camera has been consistent this whole time. So, big up the Huawei. But no.
Canon G7X, you ruined it.
Canon's supposed to be the vlogging camera. It's not the podcast camera.
Definitely not the podcast camera.
I am branding my Huawei as the podcast camera.
Okay. Right.
So,
let's go.
Let's go to bed. No. Thank you so much for sitting with me. And like has been said, if you want to be on the Inspired podcast, drop me, Mum, a message, and we will see you all in the next one very soon.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye.